My name is Mark Finney, and I'm a research forester with the Missoula Fire Sciences Lab. I'm the team lead for the Forest Service team here and for fire behavior research in the U.S. Our research has to deal with understanding some of the physical processes involved in how fires spread and how they behave. We do a lot of laboratory research in our facility. We have the only fire laboratory for wildland fire in the United States. Beginning in the 1950s and 60s is when most of the original data were generated and model formulations were created, and then the models themselves started appearing, in the United States, 1972.
To this day, every model still uses that theory. Our firefighters are actually trained on that theory. So when they respond and when they think about a wildfire, that's the theory that they're using.
So we've been working with the Scion team here for more than 2 decades, actually. These experiments here in New Zealand are critical to verifying whether or not those processes scale up, whether the same things are happening at much larger fires as they are in a laboratory. And they are, so far. Everything looks very, very promising.
When we're specialized into fuels or into flames or into the atmosphere, we don't see the whole picture. So this research project has brought all those specialties together, all of that skill together into one place, and we're linking them both with our instrumentation and with our skills. We now believe there's another mechanism that has a large role, previously thought a very minor role, and that's called convection. We'll get to a point where we have thresholds, and we have warning signs for those thresholds so that those that are responding and looking to evacuate communities can have those trigger points that allows them to understand when the fire's gone from one point to the next point.
The greater the understanding we have of how that fire is going to behave, the better prepared we can be, both in terms of our training for our people, our understanding of how the fire is going to behave, but also, and a key part of this, is how well our equipment, our fleet, can actually cope with dealing with fires on these sort of fuel types on these sort of terrains.
The community here has been very receptive, the Fire and Emergency in New Zealand supporting these experiments. The farming community that provide the lands to burn have been very receptive.
The US provides incredible support, incredible information to us through some of their lessons learned platforms. So yeah, it's just great to be able to try and give some back, actually.
Even though as human beings we have a long history with fire and all of us use it in different ways, understanding how it works is a much bigger challenge. And so there's unlimited number of questions and research topics, and there will be for a very long time.
If we improve that understanding, we can then help change our tools and our models so that we could better predict what might happen out on the landscape, either before the wildfire or during the wildfire event.
Ultimately, our objective is to better ensure the safety of our firefighters on the ground and therefore support the safety of the communities that we're trying to protect.